He was behind me and the light was wrong. The kind of light that wants to own the thing it touches. Golden reaching the light of a god who decided I was his, and the air had clutches in it. Every molecule leaning his direction, as if the world itself agreed that a god who wants a girl should have the girl, and the girl should call it what she needs. And I ran the way you run, when the thing behind you isn't evil, isn't cruel, is just so certain of its right to you, that you know it's just a jewel. Pockets, a pretty thing you said before you came around, before you saw that a God's want is the only kind of want that the world has ever recognized as law. And I called out, not to him, to the earth, to the dirt, to the deep, to the ground beneath my feet. I said, change me, save me, make me something he can't chase, can't catch, can't keep. And the earth said yes. And my feet went first, I felt them grip the soil like fingers finding home. My ankles thickened and my shins went rough, and the running stopped and the bark replaced the bone. And I should have been afraid, I was supposed to be afraid. The myths all say I wept, but I'll tell you what I felt as the wood rose through my hips and my ribs and my chest. I felt still for the first time, still, not frozen, not surrender, not defeat. Still the way a thing is still, when it's finally in the place it was meant to meet itself. My arms went up because they wanted to, not reaching, not in fear. The way branches go up, because that's where the light is. And the light was different here, the light was rain and season, and the slow negotiation with the sun the trees have known for longer than the gods have been alive. The patient, quiet, mineral and bone, agreement with the world that doesn't ask, that doesn't grab, that doesn't chase, that just arrives the way the morning does. And I grew into its grace. I was always the tree, I was always the tree. The girl was just the seed that hadn't found her ground. I was always the tree, I was always the tree. And the roots go down so far that God can't pull them free. I was always, always the tree. He stood beneath me and he wept. He touched the bark and called it a loss. He hung his laurels on my branches as if I were his cross, to bear his tragedy, his almost had. And I felt his hand against my skin, the way a tree feels anything completely, slowly from within. And I didn't hate him even then, I pitied him a little, standing there, pressing his ear against the wood for a heartbeat. And it's there, but it's not beating for him. It's beating the way sap beats upward in the spring for itself, for the sun, for the slow feats of growing. One more ring around the year, one more inch toward the sky at a pace no God could ever stand, because gods don't know how to try. Slowly gods want now, gods want the instant. The tree is the opposite of now. A tree is the longest answer to the shortest one, and I am the tree, and the bark is the vow I made with the ground that doesn't chase me, that doesn't need me on its terms, that holds me simply by being the place where my roots go and my patience learns. I was always the tree, I was always the tree. The girl was just the walk, the girl was just the walk. The tree is what I am. I was always the tree, I was always the tree. The running was the last thing, the roots were the plan. I was always, always the tree. The seasons bark holds everything I was, and the branches hold everything I'll be.